Hello. So in this video we're going to discuss the solution for IGCSE ICT exam for paper 3 website authoring. Only this part. This is June 2024, paper 3.1, and for this task, for this solution, I'm going to use a program which is called SharePoint Designer. SharePoint Designer 2007. This is a free program which you can use to solve this part of the exam. SharePoint Designer 2007, and we'll see some specifics which are kind of important for this program. Let's see. So in this task, we're going to start with creating the evidence document here. So here we have a list of files for the exam. And in the first task, we're going to create the evidence document. Let's see. All right, create a new word process document. Make sure your name, center number, and number will appear on every page of this document. Save this document in your work area as J2431 evidence underscore. Then you put your center number, and then underscore you put your candidate number. Let's do it. All right, so I already have a folder. Work area. For that you can call it just work area. I created and just name it SharePoint Designer, so it's specifically for using this program. So let me create a new file, and I'm going to call it J2431 evidence underscore, and then let's add the center number and candidate number. So on actual exam you're gonna be given information about your center number and candidate number. Here for practice, I'm going to use the ones which are made up. In this file, you're supposed to have your name and center number and number on every page. So let's put it in the header. Okay. And let's save it. Okay. So now we're just going to skip the spreadsheet. So you can watch the solution for that in the channel. It's in the another video. So we are going to focus on the HTML CSS part, web authoring part. So okay, task number 3, file management. Create a new folder called J2431. Locate only the following files and store them in your J2431 folder. Here are the files you should put in this folder, and when you put them, you should show folder name, file extension, file sizes, okay, file name, file extension, file sizes, and image dimensions kind of in the folder, and then take a screenshot and put it in the evidence document. So kind of showing that you, that you copied all the files and showed all the information. Let's create a folder. So here, I'm going to right click new folder. Let's call it J2431. In this folder, we're going to copy these files. So let's go to all the files and do this. Contact, control location, control logo, splendid, be careful. We're looking for JPG file, not CSV, and style and text. So these 6 files, let's right click, copy, and put it in the folder J2431. Here we have all the files. Right now we want to show all information. So to show information, we're gonna want to show the name of folder, name, type, so be careful to make it fully visible, yeah, like this, size, and dimensions. In case you don't have dimensions, here you have to right click on the size, for example, or anything on top, go more, start typing DI, and tick dimensions here. Yeah, we can make maybe a little bit smaller the window, and let's take a screenshot of this thing and put it in the evidence document. So Windows Shift S, select the window and put it here in the evidence. Let's write number of step number 10, write a little description so it's more clear for examiner what this screenshot was about. So a screenshot of a folder J2431. Here we go, and let's save it. Okay, this is task number 3. Let's go to task number 4. Task number 4. Web page. Create a web page called Splendid and save this in your J2431 folder. And here you have a description of what it should be. Let's first create the file. So this is a program, SharePoint Designer. To create a file, you go File, New, HTML. Alright. And we should save it. So you go File, Save As. File, Save As. Then we are going to find the right folder, yeah. J2431, and let's call it splendid.htm. Yeah, splendid.htm. Here we go. That's the file. Okay. Well, maybe let me just tell you this in the beginning. So, because this program is has some already predefined some information, so a lot of these things we're gonna need, but some of it we don't really need. So in the header, let's remove where it says doc type HTML. Let's remove thing where it says public something something. Let's remove it, but again, be careful to keep the closing angle bracket. And HTML, here you have the link to some, I think, coding thing. So we don't really need it. Let's just leave HTML. And let's right click save on this tab. Also, I want to show you in this program, the standard default font size for me is actually small. So if you want to make it bigger, you can go to View, Ruler, and Grid, Configure. Here you have a lot of tabs. We're looking for default fonts, and here you can change the font size. Okay, if you want to change it, you can change it here, just so it's more convenient. Okay, what are we looking for here? So in this document, we're going to create table. So what table is about? This web page must be created using a single table and work in all browsers. Should take 85% of browser window, the width, yeah. And here's the structure. So we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows and 2 columns, yeah. So 1 and 2 columns. Here we go. In this table, every cell has a letter in it, specifying the position where you should put, like, next question is like, in the cell where it says A, put the text, blah, blah, blah. So just to make it easier, I'm going to put letters in the beginning, but in the task, they say that you should not keep the letters after you finish the program, finish the task. So be careful not to leave them after you finish everything. Another thing is that table borders must not appear in the final web page. So even though in the picture you have table borders, here the task tells you that you should not have them. So be careful with that. Let's do it. So first of all, we create table with 5 rows and 2 columns. So how to do it? We can go to in top, top menu. Here we have different options. We have option which says table, so you go to table, insert table. There has to be 5 rows and 2 columns. And in the task, they also tell you it has to be 85% of a browser window. Yeah, 85% of browser window. It means the width has to be 85%. So here you have a tick, specify the width. You can choose percent and put 85%. What else? We should not show the borders. So borders are kind of described here. Border size 0, because it's 0, we don't have to. We keep it like this. Okay, I think that's it. Just click OK, and now program actually added the table with empty thing in each cell. So here we have the table. So what should we do here? I think maybe first, which kind of comes to which you can start with, is doing the merging of cells. So here the first top 2 cells should be merged. Okay, let's merge them. So where it says A height 20%, so let's select these 2 cells. similar to Excel actually, or Word. So you right click on this blue area, then you go modify, merge, and let's put there A. Next thing, so we're gonna merge where it says B, so it's next, kind of these two cells. Yeah, we want to merge them. Right click, modify, merge cells. Let's put B, and the same thing goes for the kind of first column and last two rows. Right click, modify, merge, and we're gonna call it, I think we're gonna call it E. Yeah. What else? Here in the cells you have information about the width and the height of some cells. For example, we know that first row has to be height 20%. Let's do it. How to do it? We should click on the first row. Also, just be careful. For you, you have different views for this program, so you can manipulate it here. Yeah. So if you want to see just result, you click design. If you want to see at the same time the code and the result, you go split, and you can just see the code. I think split here is pretty convenient, so I'm gonna keep the split view. But if you want, you can go code and open in browser, for example, because this program may, for example, not display the video when you insert. If there's a task to insert a video, this program will not display it. It's not a mistake. It just I think doesn't support it, so you should just open it in browser, like in Google Chrome or like Firefox or something. Yeah, and that everything else will be displayed. Right. So let's put the height 20% here. So how to do it? Let's click where it says A, right click, and then we have option cell properties. In this option, we can specify what we're looking for. So height has to be 20%. Let's go specify height percent and put here 20. Here we have information. Now, B has to be width 60%. So let's go to B, right click, cell properties, specify width, and put it 60%. Okay. So here the thing is, sometimes some settings are kind of propagated and you don't have to do it. For this task, I guess you should put to all cells information about the height and width if you know it. For example, for the width of E, we should put that it's a 60% also width. And for C, so kind of for C, D, F, G, we're gonna put the height 20%. So this is kind of to make all cells specific size. Yeah. So let's make E to be 60%. So let's click E, right click, cell properties, width 60%. And let's put cells. First of all, we didn't put letters, so C, D, F, G. So all these cells, let's put them to be height 20%. Yeah, I mean, you can see kind of on the picture that they're the same as row A. So let's put the height. So we go cell properties on C, height has to be in percent, 20%. Okay, you don't have to do it here. You can just copy it from this text also if you want. So this is actually doesn't matter how you change it. So D has to be also height 20%, right click, cell properties, specify height 20%, and let's do it for F and G. Height 20% and G also height 20%. All right, let's save it, right click, save. And that's the first question here. Well, kind of step 11. Yeah. So step 12. Set the title of the web page to Splendid Toadfish. So here, when you create a new document, it already has it already has a title tag, so you don't have to write it. Just change the content of this tag. So instead of untitled 1, for me, I'm gonna put Splendid Toadfish. Splendid Toadfish. Okay. Step 13. Enter in cell A the text "Conserve our endangered species" in cell A. So let's click on cell A in this for me it's layout, yeah, view. I don't do it in HTML, in this layout. So instead of A, I'm going to put conserve our endangered species. Conserve our endangered species. Okay. Next, enter and cell C the text splendid toadfish. So C, I can remove C, yeah, and put splendid toadfish. Splendid toadfish. Good. Okay. Now set the text in cell A and C as style H1. So we have to make it as style H1. How to do it? Let's this text. So let's select it here. How to change style? In the menu on top, you have these different options, and this one is in the first kind of where it says none. So you can choose the size. Has to be H1. And we do the same thing for splendid toadfish. Select this text, go to where it says none, and choose heading 1. Good. Let's save it just in case. Next part. What are we doing? Step 14. Enter in cell G the text created by, then your name, center number, and number, and put it in style H2. Let's go. So here's the cell G, and let's put the information. I'm going to make it a little smaller. We are going to put what's created by. So remove G, created by, then column, your name. Then we put center number, then candidate number, right? And we also want to make it H2, so let's select this text, go to where it says none, and make it H2, heading 2. And you can notice in the actual HTML that it just created H tags in the beginning and the end. You can double check yourself like this if you want, just to make sure that everything is actually as you expect it to be. Yeah. All right. Let's continue. What else do we have here? So we have question 15. Question 15, place in the cell. So in B put image splendid, in D put contact, in F put location. Here we go. Let's put it. Okay, next question also they say add appropriate alternative text to all images. I've never remember the task where they don't ask you to put alternative text to the image. So even if they don't tell you, you should put it. So it's never a mistake. I mean, unless I tell you specifically not to put it, but I've never seen such question. So always put alternative text to image. Also, as general rule, don't put just one word, put like a couple of words explaining what it is. Image of this and that. It's that's enough. So in B we're gonna put splendid. So here's the B. I'm gonna select B, and when I insert it, it's gonna kind of replace B. Or you can just remove it and just insert. We have the same thing. How to insert picture? We go insert picture from file. Okay, it's already for me the folder, so you should go and find your folder. Yeah, and we're gonna put splendid. Here you have a little window asking you, do you want alternative text? And yes, you actually want it. So let's put an image of a splendid toadfish. That's pretty much what they want you to write. Yeah, just the image. Okay, for me, for some reason, okay, so right, so you see, for me what happened is that the image source is very long. It's because I think I accidentally specified the image not from the folder and what I'm showing to you, yeah, but from another folder with these files. I don't really like it. It's supposed to be in the same folder. So what you can do two things. Maybe let me show you how to do it. Maybe the easiest way. I'm just going to copy this text so I don't have to type it again. All right, right click, copy. I'm going to remove this picture. So right click, delete. Okay, it doesn't let me delete the picture. Maybe if I click on the image and press backspace. So if I press backspace or delete button on the keyboard, it deletes. I'm just going to do it again. So I'm going to go insert picture from file. And now instead of actually doing this, I'm gonna go to just make sure. Yeah, so documents, I'm just gonna find my folder with the same file. Yeah, For you, you're not supposed to have this problem because you're supposed to have just one folder. So I think we'll be fine for you. So here's the folder with the fish. I'm going to put alternative text, which I copied before. So I'm going to go OK. And now here we have the source file in the same folder. This is actually important that you should not have source long, like super long name. Unless they tell you, normally it's the same folder, so just name of the file. Good. Here you also can see that the width and height are fixed in this case when you add this image. So normally they always want you to do this. They want you to the images to fit the table width. That's almost always they want you to do it. For some reason they don't tell you this kind of specifically, yeah. But I mean, okay, if you check the mark scheme, they actually wanted to do, and very often they ask you like specifically, please put like the width to be 100%. So let's do it for this image. So it's not kind of fixed size, but when you change the window size, browser window size, also the image size changes. How to do it? Let's go right click on the image, picture properties, appearance, and here we can specify the width and the height. So height we don't want to change, so kind of we don't want to specify it. So let's remove everything where it says height. For the width, let's put %, and let's put 100 here, so 100%, and go OK. And you will see now it will actually look better on the final file. So let's save it. Next question here. In D, put the image contact. Let's go to D, remove D, and insert the picture in this place. So you go insert picture from file, and we want contact there. So you select insert contact. Okay, a contact image. I think that's enough. All right, and let's do the same story for the width here. Yeah, so we have fixed width, but actually width 100% is better, unless they tell you the opposite or like some specific. Let's put yeah, let's put width 100%. Next thing, F, we put location, the same story. Location. Right click, picture properties, appearance, remove height with 100%. Here we go. You can check yourself. It has to be with 100% everywhere. Yeah. So we did 15, we did 16. Next one, 17. Place in cell E the text from file text, well, J2431 text. Set each of the 3 paragraphs into paragraph style. We have cell E here. Here's cell E. So in this cell, we should put information from the document text. Let's double click. Here we have information. So you have 3 paragraphs here, and we should put information in these 3 paragraphs. So the first is basically, yeah. So let's do it one by one. So we're going to select this text, right click, copy, put it in E, paste it, and we want to make it a paragraph. So let's select this information, go to where I have, if you remember, yeah, we did heading, so we can choose paragraph here. Now let's click on the end of the paragraph, press enter, and will offer us already, you see, like P kind of tag. So you don't have to actually specify that it's paragraph, it's already paragraph. So just let's copy the text there. So copy, Control C, Control V, enter, and for the last one also select, Control C for copying, Control V for pasting. Here we go, and let's save it. That's the whole step. That's the whole step number 17. Step number 18, attach the style sheet J2431 style to the web page. How to attach style sheet in the SharePoint Designer? You go to Format, CSS Styles, Attach Style Sheet. Let's find it. Here's a style. Open it and click OK. It actually was added in the head section, in the head of the HTML. Here we go. Yeah. Right. Next question, number 19. Question 19. Create a new style sheet. And here you have information about style sheet. Let me maybe just create it and save it right away. They tell you you should save it in the J2431 folder. Call it like this, basically. All right, I'm just gonna save it first and then do the task. So how to save it? You go File, New, CSS. Let's save it. File, Save As, and we're gonna call it J2431 CSS2 underscore, and then we're gonna put center number and candidate number dot CSS. Okay, first question. The file logo, the file logo is placed as a single background image in the top left corner of the window. How do we do it? You can type it, but you actually also have, how do you say it, like some graphical interface for that. So let's go Format, New Style. Here you have to specify the tag. We want something for the background of the whole page, so we have to put body as a selector. Now, how to put background? Let's go. So we have a body as selector. Let's go background. We have to choose background image. Go browse, logo. Let's see. Single has to be single image. So here you see it's repeating. So we have to go background repeat, no repeat. Top left corner. So background position has to be left, top. Here we go. That's it. And you click OK, and then it will appear here in the CSS file. Next step. Table is right aligned within the browser window. So let's go again. Format, New Style. Now we're gonna do the table thing. So table. It has to be right aligned within the browser window. So this one is a little bit tricky, as normally they tell you like it has to be in the center, for example. And that means that margin auto, margin left auto, margin right auto. Thing is, if you want to be it on the right, you have to make margin left auto, but margin right has to be 0. So kind of from the left, auto means it takes as much space as kind of possible. So it will be on the right. Let me show you. We're going to go, I think, to box part, and we're going to go to margin. So we don't want same for all, and we want left to be auto and right to be 0 pixels. Here we go. Next one, H1, H2, and the paragraph style should be this font information. So font Times New Roman if not available, and default serif font if neither of these fonts is available. Okay, I've seen this question, so they also tell you that it has to be all like this H1, H2, and paragraph has to be bold. So we can use two things at the same kind of step. Let's see. So we're gonna go to Format, New Style. Here it says we have to apply the same thing to 3 tags, H1, H2, and paragraph. Paragraph is P. So how do you write it here? The same as you would write it in the CSS. So H1, H2, P. For font family, you don't normally have it in the list of font families, what they tell you here. What you can use instead? You can choose the option which has the right thing in the end, like serif or sans serif, and then change it. So leave the last option and change the first 2 if it's needed. Yeah. So let's choose here. We need serif in the end, so let's choose, for example, this one. What we're looking for is that there has to be first Times and then Times New Roman. In our case, we have kind of how do you say it? Like have it in reverse order or something. Yeah, so but we have to basically swap them. So let's go and cut times here, remove comma and put times in the beginning and put comma after times. Times, comma. So that's how it's supposed to look. Times, comma, times New Roman, comma, serif. Okay. If you write it like this, you don't have to write double quotes. If you remember, yeah, if you put name of font, which consists of more than one word, you have to put double quotes, but you don't have to do it in this program. It will put it for you automatically. You see, like in the end, it shows you this stuff, so you don't have to put it here. Great. And in the same step, we can do the next question. So we have to put style bold. So let's keep that and let's go font style bold. Wait, font weight bold. Yeah, font weight bold. Here we go. You also can see kind of preview of your CSS document here, CSS code. Let's go. Okay. Next one. A paragraph style is fully justified. So let's go again. Format, new style, paragraph is P. So we have to click P. Fully justified. This one is about, I think, font. Let me just be careful here. So normally full justified is like when you have 4 options: left, center, right, fully justified. We're looking for full justified. This one is about text align. And this is the option justify. Here we go. Okay, and the last part here, your name, center, number, count number are set as a comment at the top of the style sheet. So this is how you make comment. You have to add new line, put slash star in the beginning, star slash in the end, and in between put your information, your name, full name, center number, and candidate number. Let's save it. All right. I think that's the file. What else? Make sure style sheet contains no HTML scripting language in this, as efficient as possible. Save your style sheet. That's what we did already. Attach the style sheet to your web page so it's higher priority. This part, yeah. So it has a higher priority than one attached in step 18. If you remember, we already attached one style sheet before. We want to attach this one so it has a higher priority. How to do it? Actually, you don't have to do anything special. Let's go back to this previous file. You just have to attach it after. So the one which is kind of later in the list, so it will be the higher priority. So this is lower priority, and everything we're gonna put after, like here, is gonna have higher priority. And this is actually, this actually default behavior for attaching styles. So let's just attach it. Yeah, so let's go format, CSS styles. Oh, I think I misclicked. Let me just save it. I guess it doesn't let you do some things until you save it, so I have to save it first and then go do some stuff. So you go CSS styles, attach style sheet, browse. I'm going to choose the one just created, this one. Yeah, open. Okay, and you see when I attach it, it actually goes kind of after the previous style. So this is exactly what we want. It means it has higher priority. What else? I think, yeah, and we finished with CSS, and now it tells you take a screenshot of your style sheet and place it in in your evidence document. Make sure the name and all contents are fully file name and all contents are fully visible. In this case, sometimes they tell you like copy all the text, and sometimes they tell you take a screenshot of this thing. So in this case, they tell you take a screenshot of text. So let's do it. Okay, let's do it. So let's go to the file. Here's the file. Let's go Windows Shift S, take a screenshot. Again, be careful to take this thing, include the name there. So we're gonna do this, and let's put it in the evidence document. So this is in the document step number 19. So step 19, a screenshot of the CSS file. Here we go. let's save it. Next question, step number 20. Now save your web page, take a copy of your HTML source and place it in your evidence document. Display your web page in browser, if necessary size it so that all page can be seen, all text is easily read, text bar is fully visible, and then we have to take screenshot of the page in the browser, in the evidence. In this task you have two things. You have to copy the HTML code first, put in evidence, and then take a screenshot of how this web page actually looks in browser. And there are a couple of things you have to be very kind of careful about. First of all, let me actually first take a look at the web page and see if it actually looks fine, just in case, before copying the HTML code. Just gonna open that. Right, gonna go. So the thing is, if you make it full screen, it may not show you all the information, and it's actually good to take one screenshot. So what are we going to do? We're gonna make this window a little bit smaller, like this. Now, if you change the size of the web page, you can change a little bit the kind of how elements are placed, and also you can change the zoom of the web page. So for example, let me just zoom out a little bit. I'm gonna use Control and mouse wheel for that. So make it smaller, so everything actually fits. And now let me just see. I'm just gonna try to make it all fit in the page. Okay, maybe like this. Maybe I make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Well, I mean, if you see the mark scheme, it doesn't have to be like perfectly fit either. It's not like your problem that it doesn't fit perfectly. You just try to make it look good. So important that everything has to be visible. Like also, for example, this window, it should not be like this in terms of, you should kind of, for example, clearly see that the table is right aligned. So like if you make it, if you make this wider, table goes to the right, not to the center, for example. Like you see like this space on the left. Size has to be visible. Like some settings has to be visible. So I think this is alright for the screenshot, for the for the screenshot of the web page. Let's maybe do this first and then do the text. Right. And also, when you take screenshot, it's very important what they tell you. So page can be seen, all text can be easily read. Well, okay, kind of easily read. Important, like this one is maybe a little bit small, but okay. What is important here to see that it's the same text from the file, and it has 3 paragraphs, like clear 3 paragraph. Also, your name, and kind of all the headings are super visible, so it's fine. Address bar is fully visible. Address bar is this thing on top. It doesn't have to be. For example, for me, file name is very long, so it's not your problem again that it's so long. It just have to be visible. So when you take screenshot, so I'm gonna go Windows Shift S and take screenshot of the whole browser window like this. Whole browser window. Okay, let's put it in the evidence document. This is step number 20, I think. And it doesn't fit on this page. I'm gonna go Control Enter. So I'm gonna go to step 20, a screenshot of the HTML file in a browser. Okay. We can make it maybe a little bit bigger. You can also make it like, for example, let's go behind the text, and then you can move it a little bit like this, so it's a little bit bigger. Okay, and in between, let's also go Control Enter, so it's kind of after, and in between this, I want to add a copy of the HTML. This is very important. Don't forget to put the HTML text of your document. If you don't put it, you will not get points for that. So you can imagine how it's not what you want. So please be very careful writing the evidence. So you have to put HTML code. This almost always they ask you. So HTML code and screenshot, well, and CSS if there's CSS. Okay, let's just copy all the text from this file. Copy, right click, select everything, right click, copy, put it here. Put it I guess maybe before. I'm gonna put call it step 20 a copy of the HTML file. I'm gonna paste it. The thing is, when you paste it, you see you have very big, I mean, it's not a mistake that it's kind of takes a lot of pages, but just to maybe to make it a little bit more readable, let's just select all this text and make kind of breaks between pages, between lines a little bit smaller. So I'm gonna select all the text, then go paragraph, and I'm gonna go line spacing single, and before spacing 0 and after spacing 0. Okay, just to make this text smaller, fit. Yeah. All right. And maybe just the last thing to make it all kind of very kind of neat and clear. Let's make the step bold text. So you select it and then go B, or Control B also works, just to make it a little bit more visible for the examiner. So okay, good. Okay, so this is the evidence document, and for this file we take a screenshot for HTML, we take source code, and we take a screenshot of how it looks in the browser. So that's it for the video and for this task. Thank you.